Good morning. Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Free Press Media Press Inc., an alternative parties books publisher, sponsors this podcast. I'm Andrew Bouchard.
Welcome to the Long Live Alternative Parties podcast. Today, friends, we have another exciting guest on our podcast today. Somebody who's also doing exciting things, and she is from a party we have not interviewed yet on this podcast, so that also makes me excited. Her name is Brandy Walt, and she is with the Humane Party. So welcome to the podcast, Brandy.
Hi, Andrew. Thank you for having me.
We are glad to have you. If we could get started by you kindly giving us an introduction to yourself, a brief biographical sketch.
Absolutely. So my name is Brandy Walt, and I'm currently residing in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. To be a little more specific, I'm in Columbia, Pennsylvania, which is about 20 minutes outside of Lancaster County, or Lancaster City, sorry. And about the same distance from New York, so I'm kind of right in the middle. So I live here with my partner and my kids, both of our kids. We have 5 altogether. I'm from the Dauphin area in Pennsylvania, which is Dauphin County, but Dauphin's also near Halifax. And I lived in Harrisburg pretty much my whole life up until about 2 years ago. I'm a high school graduate with some college experience. Some college meaning just a few art courses and metaphysical science courses, which I still take at my leisure. Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mom, parent, partner, and I homeschool 3 high school students.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, fun, but also not fun. And we have a bunch of fur kids that, I take care of. When we combined homes, we combined all our rescues. So right now we have 3 dogs and 7 cats.
Wow.
So, yeah. Nice little fur family. For the most part,
they
they
all
all
get
get
along?
along.
They do.
For the most part. Our female dogs not so much. But we have them separated, so there aren't any accidents anymore.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice big family you have.
It is, and it's great in the winter because everybody likes to snuggle, meaning the fur kids. Yeah, it's a good little family. But other than a stay-at-home mom, I every once in a while I do some web design jobs. I love doing it. I love graphic design, and I don't know, it's just really fun. So
cool.
yeah.
So Brandy, since you're with the Humane Party, kindly tell our audience how you got to the Humane Party. What led you to join forces with the Humane Party?
So in 2017, I had been a few years into veganism.
Okay.
And I took to the internet a lot. There just weren't that many people around me for support and just whatever I was going through, with the transition from one lifestyle to the next. So long story short, a couple years into it, I created and was an admin for a global vegan dating site.
Oh.
And I got to meet a lot of people being an admin. People just talk to you, whether it's saying hi or getting advice, relationship advice, or whatever. I met this gentleman who's been a great friend since, Jorge Sigler. He introduced me to the Humane Party.
Oh.
And he was like, you have to check this out. It's an all-vegan political party. And he's like, I think you'd be a great volunteer and blah, blah, blah. So I checked them out, and I signed up immediately. I was super ecstatic to hear about an all-vegan political party.
Yes.
And then to read more and more through their platform, I'm like, okay, it's not only just vegan. Like, pretty much everything else aligns with how I feel as a person and ethically. So I got my start with the Humane Party. I started as state developer. At the time, there weren't, a lot of vegans in the area to build the state up. Helped out with the policy team, helped write the platform, built an equal rights amendment 2 team. Just did a bunch of work and learned about the party as, I volunteered with them, and led me to where I am today.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is an interesting story of how you got involved in the party. Sounds atypical. That's
I know.
quite interesting twists and turns of your experiences.
I know. Who would have thought? A vegan dating site, and I discovered politics.
Yes. So since you became vegan, kindly tell our audience how you became vegan, what led you to become vegan, and how did that process of changing from a meat-based diet to a vegan-based diet happen?
Well, in 2010, I had a pretty gnarly concussion that led to post-concussion syndrome.
Yuck.
And this turned into fibromyalgia, and with fibromyalgia came a bunch of new food intolerances, allergies, medical intolerances. So long story short, I was allergic to the whole cow. The milk, all parts of the milk, not just the casein, beef, turkey, eggs, unfortunately peas. So weird, but yes, peas. So I was stuck with eating, my mind told me I was stuck with eating broth, chicken off the bone, peanut butter, bananas, and white rice. I didn't know what to do for myself. I had no idea what to do. And my doctor at the time, he's basic, you taught to believe the food pyramid growing up that involves animal carcass.
Yeah.
So I started dating a vegetarian, and she introduced me into a vegan lifestyle.
Oh.
Yeah, weird. She was telling me about, how eggs this, cheese that, but she still liked to consume it. But I'm not knocking her down. I'm very grateful in hindsight for her at that moment in my life, because that's how I became a dietary vegan. And then not long after that, I'd say within a couple of weeks, I was watching Incorporated and Earthling. Earthling was really made me cry and hate everybody for like 3 days. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And I sat with myself, and I would like to think, 10 years ago, I would like to think that, I was a person who was very adamant about the well-being of the planet. I tried not to use paper towels. I tried not to use paper plates, paper products. If I did, they were recycled. I tried to watch my water intake. I did everything except step away from eating animals. So when that moment happened that, my dietary changes happened, everything else just aligned for me, and there was just no turning back. Everything just made sense as far as like my moral compass and the future of the earth goes, and future generations, their children and such.
That is good. From what I've read with veganism, there are different aspects of it. There are different reasons for it, and they often cascade into each other. So, for example, if someone is into the environment, they may go vegan for that, yet also be vegan, see the animal welfare issues. Or in your case, it was a health issue that led to the environmental and the animal welfare things. So that's interesting how that works.
It was like my awakening moment. Yeah.
Cool.
And it's sad too that just thinking about those different descriptions we described, I wish there would be more unity involved in the vegan collective.
Oh, okay.
It's sad sometimes. We're all striving for a similar goal, and I just want to all make it there together.
Sure, I trust that your efforts are going to bridge some people together.
I hope so. I really hope so.
So what is on your platform for your run? So what issues, it sounds like there's going to be animal rights issues. Kindly talk about them in detail to our audience. Some of your main platform planks.
Okay, so with the Humane Party, the long-term goal is to stop animal farming, animal agriculture.
Okay.
That's not going to happen overnight. We know that's not going to happen overnight, but we're going to, I say we, the Humane Party, we're going to keep pushing for that because it is what's in the best interest for the animal, for the planet, and for us as a human species. So there's that. And it's, I feel like I should make clear that the Humane Party is seeking a vegan future. We're not seeking an economic collapse. We understand that there's, a lot of people who have, a lot of farmers, their life and their life work and their income and how they survive is based on that. We want to get rid of that, yes, but we are going to show them like other ways to farm, be it vegetable crops for humans to consume, or another industry that might fit them.
Okay.
It's not like we want to just take jobs away and leave you flat on the ground with a cardboard box to live out of. We want to help you transition from one job element to the next job element. And I say that, and I feel like I'm stressing that because I guess a lot of the feedback I read on social media to a degree. And I feel like that might be a pressing concern for some people that might be listening to this interview.
Okay. Okay, that's good you make that clarification.
I'm sorry, can you reiterate the question so I can regain focus?
Okay, so what are the platform planks on the major platform planks of your party and your campaign platform?
Okay. So I pretty much copied and pasted the entire Humane Party platform to my website.
Okay.
I've actually embedded it with a URL, so it's a site within a site.
Oh, okay.
But two additional things that, I want to address aside from the Humane Party platform is I would really like to see women having the choice over their bodies again.
Okay.
It was devastating to see Roe versus Wade overturned and the aftermath in various states. And I really know that this is a sensitive subject for a lot of people for various reasons. But the bottom line is that me as an individual, as a candidate, I am pro-choice.
Okay.
I don't know if I would personally do it myself. I had the option when I was pregnant. I didn't. But I do know that there's for example, there's a good friend of mine. She was she was pregnant. She was a little past, the safe zone for abortions. I put that in quotation marks. I know you can't see me, but I did. I put that in quotation marks. Her baby was literally killing her from the inside out. If she wouldn't have had that choice, I wouldn't know my friend today. And I think that's something we need to look at. Not just Roe versus Wade, but anything pressing. It's not just black or white. There are gray areas that we need to explore, and I think with the overturn of Roe versus Wade, it completely erases those gray areas and puts a lot of biological women in harm's way.
Okay.
So aside from the Humane Party platform, I would like to see that addressed.
Okay. Now, the vegans are very big on life, and some people talk about the consistent life ethic. So are you running into some of that because of your pro-choice views?
Yeah,
Are people
a little bit, yeah. I mean, there's the growing number of vegans is increasing. I guess the diversity between us. A lot of vegans, most vegans do believe in, pro-life.
Oh, okay.
But there are some that, I think agree with the pro-choice aspect, similar to what I described.
Sure. And I would take it there are some vegans. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was seeing an analogy between the pro-choice thing because there are some people who are vegan who wouldn't kill animals unless they have to. If a bear came after them, their family, they might kill the bear, but they wouldn't go out of their way to kill the bear. So maybe that's similar to the vegans who are pro-choice, that they wouldn't prefer to kill their own children, but in situations like your friend had, there are justifications for taking the life because you have to prioritize the mother's life.
Yeah, and that's the tricky gray area.
Yep. So did you say that, so you think that most of the vegans are pro-life, but we trust that both the pro-life and the pro-choice vegans can come together, right?
Yes. In my experience, yeah.
Oh, good. We don't want that break in the relationship, in the movement, so that's good. So did you say there was another issue, another platform plank in addition to the Humane Party general platform?
Yes. It may not be quite as important as the Roe versus Wade situation, but I am a fond believer of medicinal marijuana. I think it is a great alternative to the opioid crisis we have. And I would like to see that across all states medicinally offered.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something, I can personally have a hand in as president, but I would like to see that come about for our country because I really think it could help a lot of people more than, Oxycontin, oxycodone. I understand there are like more regulations on it than there was like 5 years ago, but I'm sitting right here looking at my neighbor's house and I know it's still a problem. So I would like to see that something less harmful is introduced and embraced throughout throughout the country,
Sure.
hopefully.
So are you optimistic about the direction it's going? Because there are states and areas that are
Oh,
legalizing
yeah,
it.
I'm totally amazed that, Ohio, just took the plunge. That
Oh,
was
good.
awesome. Yeah.
Good for them.
I like the progression it's going. I like it. I'd like to see it keep going.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. So are you running this campaign by yourself, or do you have people helping you run it?
So right now it's myself, and my daughter. My daughter is, fully on board to, collect any monetary donations so that I don't have any hands on them.
Oh, good.
I would actually love to have more people on my team. So if you know of anyone interested, have them shoot me an email, please.
Okay. Audience, hear that? If you're interested, has an opportunity for you, or if you know somebody else that is interested, there's an opportunity.
And my email is brandywalt2024@gmail.com.
Okay, let me write that down. And then I can put that in show notes, God willing. Okay, so brandywalt2024@gmail.com, right?
Correct.
All right, awesome. So since your daughter is running your campaign and you're working with her, what is your strategy for reaching voters in this election?
Oh, man. To be honest with you, I wish it was possible I wish there was like a higher probability of, my chances for, being elected. So there's a lot of groundwork that needs done, not just for the
Okay,
Humane Party, but any third party trying to get elected into office.
sure.
It's a lot. I really don't like that we're a two-party system society, but
Yep.
I'm here to help make those changes. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's
I
okay.
just got a little nervous again. I was like, oh my God, this is being recorded.
It's okay. So,
I'm human too.
yeah. So you said you need to lay down some groundwork to your strategy. So are you developing the strategy as you go, seeing what works and seeing
Yeah.
how you can spread the message?
Yes, I am. Right now it's free stuff, social media, interviews that I can do, SEO tagging with social media or the website. I actually have a meeting with the Humane Party of New York this weekend.
Oh, good.
We're going to work on some scripts for some more interviews and hopefully get some videos developed that I can get on my website so that, not just the website, but social media as well, so that people can actually see that, I'm a real person and
Yes.
this is legit and I'm trying to make a sincere run for president and
Sure.
if nothing else, let's lay the groundwork this year so that come 2028, this can be like at least a 75% probability. That would be great.
Yes. So what does it take for you to get on the ballot? What are the ballot access requirements that you're facing?
So this is the one question that I don't have a lot of answers for.
Fair enough.
I do, however, have someone who does have the answers for you.
Okay.
I would highly recommend talking to Tracy Law. She's, I can give you her contact information after this interview if you want. She has been going so hard for Humane Party of New York I think she's been involved with the party as long as I have, if not
Oh,
longer. and she's really making some progress up there as far as local offices go.
Oh, good.
And she's just so smart with all of this stuff that she knows all the terminology and all those answers better than I do.
Okay, so she'd be someone good to interview too then.
Absolutely. I would highly recommend it.
Okay. So her name is Tracy Law, and what would be her contact address?
Oh, I can pull that up for you.
All right.
Give me 1 second. All right, so her contact info is tracylaw@gmail.com. It's TRACEY as in yo-yo, LALL@gmail.com.
Excellent. All right, thank you. So in addition to social media as a way to spread your message, and you said you're going to connect with the New York chapter of the Humane Party, what activities are you doing in your campaign?
Right now, I don't have any activities planned before the holidays. It's a stressful time of year. There's lots of COVID going around in our area.
Oh no.
But after the new year, I am looking to schedule a few local meetups, like meet and greets, find a vegan restaurant, sit down, invite other vegans, tell them about the Humane Party, my campaign, and go from there. Just kind of a small local presence for right now.
Okay. That sounds like a good place to start. It's a good way to go.
Yeah, I hope so. I think so.
Sure. So Tracy, I'm sorry, Brandy, Tracy is the name of that person you referred me to. Brandy, forgive me for that, please. Brandy, what is the best way our audience can support you and your efforts in this campaign?
Well, the best free way to support the campaign is social media sharing, word of mouth.
Okay.
Now, yeah, that's the best way for free. I do have a donor box set up on my website for campaign donations. Real quick, I'm going to tell you my intentions with that, just in case anyone wants to donate. The first thing I would like to do is buy a domain name for the year, so it's not Brandy Walt 2024 Wix site, blah blah blah. It's very direct, straight to the point.
Sure.
So it looks legit. I mean, we're legit, but we want it to look legit.
Yes.
So I would do that, and then I guess it would depend on how much monetary donations came in. I would consider paying for the website instead of having it saying, supported by Wix.
Yes.
But I think the majority, other than domain purchase and perhaps some Google advertisement, would be just to set up some actual meet and greet events where I can be like, hey, come, you can have this appetizer on us, learn about the Humane Party.
Oh, cool.
Something like that. Just small events. I would like to spread the word and get more vegans involved in politics, perhaps even non-vegans too.
Sure.
Take a look at our platform, get involved. You don't have to be vegan to support us. You can agree with everything else but the veganism, just like you do with Democrats and Republicans. You agree with certain things and not the others.
Yep. Sounds good. So that's how you plan on spending the money, so they know where it's going when they donate.
Correct. And as soon as I receive that first donation and I'm going to publish it. I'll make it clear on the website. And I will actually, I plan on intending putting, every itemized receipt on there so that it's a very thorough process. So there's no question whatsoever.
Excellent. So what was that website? Again, you said something about Brandy 24 at Wix. What was it exactly?
Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. So it's Brandy Walt 2024.wixsite.com /equality 2024.
Okay.
A little
All
complicated,
right.
but hoping for that first $25 and we can secure a domain name.
All right. Yeah, it's good to have goals like that. From what I understand, goal experts it's good to have small goals because they give you motivation and they give you a sense of accomplishment, and then you can build upon them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff. So, Brandy, we thank you for coming on the podcast today and talking about your life in politics, your campaign, your party, and all those good things.
Well, thank you for having me. I do apologize for being a little nervous. It was my first interview since 2017. But it was good. It was good to be here. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. We wish you all the best in your campaign, in your family life, in your personal and professional endeavors, and everything you do in life.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care and all the best.
All right. You too. Bye.